Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is Bomba right here on your Boom Radio NG, and my name is Ola Delupo. Bid you a warm welcome to the bar this very interesting afternoon. We're going to be talking about a few things today, as usual. You know, it is a bar where we talk about everything sports, entertainment, music, and everything else in between. Now, talking about everything in between could be everything and anything. One of the things that we're going to be talking about today is the conversation around the Samoa agreement that was signed. A lot of people have had to say a lot of things about this particular one, and I don't know what people are talking about, but there's the federal government has spoken about a few things and explained a few things, so maybe that is going to help a few people understand this a little bit more, because there's been a lot of rancor around it. Also, Rivers Assembly is in the news again. Which one of the assemblies now? The smaller assembly is saying that they're still going to court on this matter. Of course, it's still an appeal court, so like we see, everybody has a conversation around it. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit. Also, federal government says they're going to be ending defecation, open defecation in 2025. This was really brought about with the issue of the cholera, the things that happened, that has been happening over the past few weeks. We're going to be talking about that and a few more things right here. Of course, it is New Music Night Friday, so we're going to be talking about a lot of music as well, and a few sports, and everything else as it just comes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. With me in the studio today is no other person but Shala Rogers. Bid you warm welcome.
Which is my camera?
At the moment, that one.
Okay. So it's always nice to be here. Thank God it's Friday, New Music Friday, and a lot of things to go through. So if you're just joining us, we bid you a warm welcome. Dolupa has done that. I just want to urge you to, share our video. Let's grow the community and let's have these important discussions. And it's not just about talking. We're also preferring solutions, and we expect you to do the same.
Okay, now moving on from that, we're going, like I said, it is New Music Friday. Maybe we should talk about a few of these things. One of the things to actually talk about is let's start from music. There's been a lot of songs out there, a few albums actually that a lot of people have been going on about. One of the interesting albums that have dropped this week is Simi's Lost and Found album.
Simi's dropped a proper album, because I'm glad that Nigerian industry, the music industry, has grown to the point where when they say album, it's not 7 songs or 4 songs or 3. We all know the difference now between an extended play and a proper album. And Simi has just done that. She's so on point with this album. I've listened to I've listened to about 8 or 9 of the songs. We already heard 2 singles before she dropped.
Yeah.
Men are, but they are nice too. She didn't finish the other part with Tiwa Savage. That's also on the album. Then she did the song with Falls the Bad Guy. That was 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. It's also Borrow Me Your Baby. Yeah. It's also on the album.
On the album as well.
Then she's now done a part 2 of the song she did with Ladipo.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did. Know You Too. And a sequel to the songs at times is a dangerous thing to do.
It is.
And I think I like this one. I listened and I think I like it. I like it. Not, I don't think. Then there's another one that she has called Alafia with Bella Shmurda. Then she has another song, Messiah, with Asha.
Yeah, she does. And talking about collaborations, she definitely did a beautiful, beautiful collaboration with Chief Ebenezer Obey.
Yeah, they had done one informal one earlier, and now she just came through.
Official one. And I think it's banger. Beautiful. Yes, it is beautiful. Overall, it's a Simi album for me. I'm not wowed, but it's not a bad album to listen to at all, really. if you are really into Simi, it's a very nice album. It is your regular nice R&B album, especially if you are into that kind of music normally. But it is not a bad album at all. That's it. Now moving on to other albums. Also Shodan Camp, The Caveman and Instikak David decided also to drop an album, a collaborative album called No Love in Lagos. This is a lot.
Nice song. You know, typical Shodan Camp coming through with the style. Now blending that with the high-lifey style of Caveman and Instikak, you know, to be honest, I didn't know him, but that song is good.
Yeah, I heard
nice.
I heard one or two of those of his songs. If I'd seen him like one or two of the songs, so yeah, not bad at all. One person that we saw back in the scene after a while is Ricardo Banks with Visa.
Yeah, heard that one yesterday. I like it already.
Yeah, I think it's actually very nice.
It's that standard that you expect from Ricardo. You know,
it's a nice song that you cannot take away from him. Budge and Odumodu Black with Jabo.
Okay, so I was afraid that I hope these guys are not going to overdo it, because you know at times they can get to use some vulgar words and stuff, but they didn't. Like it was coded and all of that. So the rhythm, the song, even the whole concept is a good song, and it's good to see Budge, you know, who's been around longer than Odumodu, collaborate seamlessly. I like that one too.
Yeah, not bad at all. Also, we saw, talking about collaborations, Boy Spice Don Jazzy featuring King Promise.
Yeah. Nice song again. You know, it's that kind of Friday where there's a lot of good songs.
It's a nice vibe to the song that you cannot take away. Also, still talking about collaborations, artist who has been on the scene for a while actually. I'm not sure a lot of people know him like that. However, I checked on a few streaming platforms, and he's not doing badly. His numbers are not doing badly, actually. And this is the person of Ashidapo, if I'm pronouncing that properly.
I think you are.
Now, with this particular one, he featured Ashake called Brother.
Yes. And it's obvious that they're brothers.
Please, can I ask a question, though?
Yeah.
Where did Ashake sing, or where did Ashake sing that song? Because I'm like,
so what happened?
Who sang what?
What happened is what usually happens when an artist like Ashake features with someone, you know, especially when he's on their own song, they tend to want to flow with him. You get?
I'm like, okay, where is because all I can hear is Ashake. I'm sorry, but that's just how it sounded.
Yeah, so I think that was the whole idea.
Oh, okay.
I think that was the whole idea, because it's really nice that Ashidakbo held his own. For you not to be able to differentiate means that he's that good, because we already know Ashake is a global star now.
Yeah, get it. It's just that I would have loved like a different sound, because all it sounded like was just one person singing. I don't know. It just sounded like one person singing. Is it a bad song? No, but if you had said Brother by Ashake, I would not have doubted it one bit.
Oh yeah, but that's the whole idea at the end of the day, that it's actually a good song, and Ashidapo stepped up his game, did his own thing, and he's actually a good artist, because like Dolupo said, you might not have heard about him, but he's been around for at least 4, 5, 6 years.
He's done. In fact, he's done a few collaborations, even with the Ashake, with other artists as well. I actually did go do a bit of digging, and I like not bad numbers at all. Now, there are a few other songs that are out as well. You could actually check them. They're going to be on Boom Radio today, Saturday, and Sunday at 5 p.m. West African time. We can't go through all the songs. Yeah. But so this is the little that we can take. But this and a lot more would be on boomradiong.com from 5 p.m. today, 5 p.m. tomorrow, and 5 p.m. on Sunday, West African time. It is Boom Radio. Boom Niger, New Music Niger, Boom Music Niger. That's it.
Before we proceed, I'd like to say massive birthday shout out to my sister, Tony Olukole.
Oh, you know, really?
It's her birthday. I think she's maybe 21 or 22.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
You know,
your sister.
Yeah, my elder sister.
And she's 21. That's
22
nice.
or 23 or 24. But she can't be more than 26 or 27.
She can't be more than that. Okay,
yeah.
that one's FD.
Yeah, so
that was FD.
happy birthday, sis. I love you to the moon and back.
Now, moving on from that, like, since we're talking about a bit of entertainment news, something interesting. I saw one news that caught my attention, and I was like, okay, I think we should actually talk about it. So I don't know if anybody saw the news a few weeks ago, and this is not, I'm not trying to poke fun at anybody or anything. It's just news. Now, a few weeks ago, a particular person had come out, even with a certificate, announcing that he got the new world record for basically a cookathon, basically cooking marathon for people, for Nigerians, and a lot of people remember the one that Ildabasi got, was it last year?
Yeah.
So that he's taking the baton off Ildabasi's and then he was going.
No, Basi was dethroned by some lady in India or something. So what's the guy's problem?
No, that was, and then there's a new world record that he had won, a new world record and all that. However, he even came and showed his framed, what's the word now? His framed
the
certificates and all that. Guinness World Record had now had to put out a statement saying that whatever he put out was not true. He said that he does not hold the Guinness World Record and that certificate is not theirs. He said the current and true record holder for the longest cooking marathon is 119 hours, 57 minutes and 16 seconds, achieved by an Irish man, Alan Fisher, in Japan.
Yeah, I said India, Japan.
Where between 28 September to October 3rd, 2023, that is the latest world record holder. Now, this conversation had not ended. Keep in mind. Number one, they have come to debunk it. Number two, now the interesting part is where the Chefs Association of Ghana has now come to now disown this Chef Smith, saying that he is officially not a part of their association. According to the General Secretary, they're saying that when he wanted to start his cookathon, he was asked to register because he also used their logo.
Wow. Without permission.
Without permission.
Man is a big scammer.
That they reached out to him and he did not comply.
He's in Ghana, right?
Now, Chef Smith, not only has he been debunked by the Guinness World Record, even his own people have decided
in
to
Ghana.
say, that you're not part of us.
Say, Charlie, we don't know you.
We don't know you.
Oh, man. Okay, so the world is more or less like a global village now. Something happens in Ghana, a few seconds after, everybody around the world will know. How did he think he was going to pull this one off? Like, what exactly?
I'm sure, I hope
was
he has
his
not
plan?
scammed a few people, Cha.
What exactly was his plan? Did anybody even watch any of his videos to see when he was spending the so-called number of hours? At least the other funny one from the Lupa's neck of woods, at least we shall saw what that one did, even if it was not properly organized. She shall tried. She even got governor's wife's attention.
I don't like what you do. However, before I reply you properly, Peterman says I watched the replay of your show yesterday. People need to move to the great state of Oyo to avoid flooding in Lagos and terrible roads in Ogun.
But your great state of Oyo also witnesses flooding too. Yes.
They do, but not.
I remember
it's not like Lagos.
There were songs that were made about it too.
Yeah, but
that period
it was just once in and after the late governor had dredged the river, it's not like Lagos. So no.
The other one that happened, that they were using choppers to evacuate people.
Yes, and then they actually dredged all those
the
canals.
The one that you experienced.
Yes, I did experience it. Like I said, after it was a bit of work here and there. However, I'm actually inclined to agree with Peterman. Oyo is not a bad place to move to. For someone that has lived most of her life in Oyo State, they lived most of her life in Ibadan. when it comes to flood, please stay in Ibadan. Just Ibadan is way better than Lagos State.
No, flood or not, I spent a few years in Ibadan when we went to set up a radio station and all of that. It's a nice place to be. It's a very nice place to be. So no argument there.
Also, he says, Apostle, I hope you know we hail hills in or you are laughing.
What's that say again?
Apostle, I hope you know we all hills in or you are laughing. Okay, I'm not sure I get that statement properly. I don't know. There's something he said trying to say about Oyo, Dakwa, and that Ogun State.
Oh, yeah. Okay, since it's a recap of yesterday's show. Yeah, you're on point.
Oh, maybe it's let's say we have hills in or you are laughing. Oh yeah, Ibadan is set up.
Yeah, on hills now. I'll be surrounded by hills.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, Ibadan. There are many
plenty
okays there.
And plenty ED.
Well, you said that.
It is what it is.
It's Yorubasha.
It is what it is. It's basically what is set up. Ibadan is set up. I think it's on 7 hills and 7 EDs or something like that. Anyway, moving on from that. So basically, Chef Smith, I think you need to put your house in order.
Chef Smith is disgracing his family and his country.
He's definitely doing that. Also, just wanted to put it out there that Olamide's Ikigai, his surprise EP that he dropped, is said to have set the record for the biggest opening week for any album in 2024.
Massive coming from
massive
Olamide.
For something that he didn't do.
There was no hype, no promo, nothing. Man just dropped it. He just dropped it like that. You know, and I'm just so happy for him. And now he's talking about finally having that big show outside Nigeria, especially in the UK. You know, I was listening to one of his songs the other time when he was boasting about, shutting down shows in Malay and all those places, but not in the UK. Like his own.
Yeah, I think it's time for him to actually go to.
So he says he's going to hold it down this year.
It definitely has to.
And he has the whole thing.
Yeah, it is Olamide. He definitely can. Now BT616. Oh wow, so he's disappointed in me for reading that attack on Ogun State. Please warn that.
You should be happy that she edited it.
But I edited it. Please warn that man from Dirty State. Oh God. Oyo State. Wow. Is attack left and right today. Wow. Whoever the owner of the comments will see the comments. I don't you people who are just not smiling today.
We're all brothers. Sorry. Let me say it like Coach what's that chef? We're all brothers. We're brothers.
What are you doing?
We're brothers, Charlie.
Anyway, let's move on to a bit more serious things. And now we're going to the gist where a lot of people, as usual, we do not read, we don't do a lot of research, but we go on about a lot of things. The Nigerian government has now come to clarify details about the Samoa agreement. Now, this Samoa agreement has gotten a lot of people talking about how there's some things in the Samoa agreement that is contradictory to the Nigerian constitution or laws stated, specifically laws that have to do with LGBTQ. It is official, whether anybody likes it or not. Nigeria, no matter how much we think that we're still a very, very conservative people, it's still a huge chunk of us that are still very, conservative. Because when you hear this conversation and the way people quickly flare up when it comes to issues of LGBTQ and all that. Now, the federal government has now said basically that there are a lot of this is a partnership between EU states and the African, Caribbean, and Pacific states as well. This was signed in June 28, 2024. This conversation started since 2018. However, what they're basically talking about is that there was no part of this agreement that has 103 articles that contradicts any form of Nigerian laws. They're also saying that they also signed, they also put out a statement saying that there was nothing that they had followed it, and that if there was any form of these 103 articles that have to do with that contradicts any form of Nigerian laws, they would not adhere to that part of the agreement. I think we can calm down with it.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, what's the genesis of this?
Okay, so Peterman says it's a yes or no question. Did we sign or did we not sign? Oh, yes, it was signed.
The deal was signed now.
Yes,
the deal
Nigeria
was signed.
signed.
But there's no such thing. I actually go and download the PDF. There's no such thing like that.
Now, my question is,
agreement.
Where did this conversation now start?
Daily Post. Okay. The Daily Post. That newspaper or magazine or whatever they call themselves, I think they're overdoing press freedom. Yes, it's good to keep government on check and everything, but you should do it with facts. Because when you do it with facts, the government will scramble around and they can't just defend anything. But again, people don't read, and Nigerians are just people who, a lot of us, not just Nigerians, a lot of people in the world will go with the headlines. They don't care.
Yeah.
If you read what the Daily Post wrote, even them, they were not so, sure, but they were just basically insinuating stuff.
BT616 says, who raised the alarm? Daily Post.
Daily Post.
Exactly.
It's Daily Post.
That's it. It's funny how everybody's talking about freedom of speech, freedom for journalism and all that. But it's things like this that put the profession in such a very precarious situation. Why is it that we cannot... And unfortunately, not just individuals, even groups, a lot of people had gone to town, going on and on and on about it.
They already decided
for and against
that they were scammed.
Keep in mind,
there are people who are in charge.
The leftists. Do we say the rightists or leftists? The other side. They also agree that a lot of people have got, and I'm like, can we just do a little bit of research before we go to town with some of these things?
But there's one mistake that this government is making, this Tinubu government, and I pity them. There are laws that govern everything that we do.
Yeah.
When they come down on online, majorly broadcast establishments with the NPC, how come they're not doing the same with the print guys?
With the print guys,
whenever they step out of line,
anything about.
There's no sanctions,
only
no reprimand,
that sues
nothing.
Them. Yes, I agree.
No
with
sanctions,
you.
no reprimand, nothing.
BT616 says, by the way, guys, why are the Obedience giving credit to Peter Obi for the victory of Prime Minister Keir?
I saw it.
They said people voted for Keir because of the support of Great Obi.
I saw it.
No.
Yeah.
I won't say
no,
that.
No.
I saw it. I
it.
did see it.
Oh, I saw it.
Which is why I'm genuinely shocked.
Okay, so
what?
It's actually, see.
You are speechless.
I think the real problem here is that a lot of people just started following politics and world affairs.
But have sense now.
You're talking about sense or not now. You're just saying it, but that is the truth.
Are you actually serious? People actually went to. Are you serious?
There are several,
I'm actually genuinely shocked. Are you joking?
There were several tweets of people who quoted his so-called tweets saying, that people should vote for whatever.
Okay, Peterman says print media is a dying form of media.
I agree. Actually,
I agree with
they
you.
know. They know also. That's why
they're trying so hard to stay with
sensationalism and everything.
Yes,
and
a lot of them have become blogs now.
They've started streaming too. All of them. They have podcasts. They have online radio. They're all doing what, So at some point, there's a convergence and there's no thin line anymore.
But at least stay with the
stay professional. That's what it should be. Stay professional. The truth is, when was the last time anybody bought a newspaper?
In fact, a few days ago was the first time I was going to see a newspaper vendor in a very long time.
The last time I bought a paper was because we had put some ads in it and we wanted to check it. That's the thing.
It's interesting though. Like I said, it's just sad. However, please let's not forget this gist. Let's go back to it.
Yes, now
some people
they're
actually.
Out there.
Oh wow!
They're out there online.
Can we be a little bit realistic for once? How does the Labour Party? Oh!
It's in the name.
Oh wow!
Oh, you just got your eureka
Oh,
moment.
wow.
Now.
Like, it just clicked now.
Light bulb. I wish we had some kind of effect, like, ping, light bulb.
Okay, so, Bitter Man has a question. Who owns this day? The same person that owns Arise TV.
Yeah, the same person.
Yes, the same person.
Owner.
Same person.
Yeah.
I will not use the word that you said. Just same person. Yes,
Yeah.
the same person. I agree. Now, like I said, it's that, like, honestly just hit me. Because number one, I did not even know that there was even a conversation around that in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
Number two, most people didn't even know this person's name until they won. The Labour Party in the UK won. So why?
The Conservatives already knew that they were on their way out.
Oh, God.
I was watching Sky News about 3 days ago.
That says Labour Party is now a global party. Yeah, I agree.
It's a global concern.
I agree.
It's a pan Africa, pan world.
Okay, so what should the people like APC and PDP that have parties in other African countries do? And they're actually affiliated.
They are.
That's what I'm saying.
Go to
Now,
places
what
like
happens
Sierra Leone,
to places that these people...
even Ghana, there's some connections.
BT616 says Labour Party UK branch.
Yeah.
UK branch.
You know, the funny thing is, if they
Let's stop being
like I said,
delusional.
but you're just using big words here. The truth is that a lot of people, the people who will say this are people who have not followed politics. How old is the Labour Party in Nigeria? And how old is the Labour Party in the UK?
Do they even have any semblance of...
No communications, no affiliations, none whatsoever. But here we are attributing a victory in the UK to... It's all right. Let's carry
even
on.
Peter Obi cannot say such.
Don't be too sure.
No, he can't.
Okay.
I saw a statement congratulating the new UK Prime Minister. However,
Cairo or Car, what's that guy's name?
What Cairo? Keir. I actually did
Keir,
check.
Keir.
What? Are you joking? Peter Man says Peter Obi is a capitalist. Labour Party is a socialist party. It makes sense.
Yeah. Baba, it's politics. Everybody.
Hey, also says, please help me. Please help me delete my comments. I forgot me and Obi share the same first name. Help me. Nope. He's staying there.
I'm kind of glad that Peter Man was not here yesterday. I'm kind of glad, especially when we're talking about Osimhen.
Yeah.
It was not a good moment for me, but we keep hope alive.
We keep hope alive.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. As a Nigerian and an Arsenal fan, fingers crossed. Yeah.
Osimhen will go to London.
He's going London. Promise you.
Osimhen will go to London.
Anyway, are you joking? I swear I can't get my mind off the fact that people actually thought.
Oh, they did actually.
Okay, let me just move on because at this point, I can't just fathom it. Anyway, the federal government has also promised.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
I saw this coming.
Peter Man said.
Yeah, said something bad.
Osimhen might end up in Enugu Rangers at this rate.
I know. I reject it for Osimhen in Jesus' name. I knew you were going to say something like that.
Oh my God, I have no words. The Osimhen hate is enough, you people.
It's not it, no, far from right. I like him a lot, and I know he will get a good deal. Don't worry.
I think he would.
They're talking that they've reduced his asking price now. That's the gist out there.
Maybe they should.
It has been reduced.
Yeah,
why do you think Ateta showed up?
Arsenal does not spend that kind of money. Nope, it's not a Wenger thing. It's an Arsenal thing. Where spend that kind of money? And I tell you that. You see the cheap people,
I'm
the kind of things they're doing.
They're either from Ijesha or Ijebu.
The kind of things that the inexpensive people are doing, they got us to the second Premier League. You're not that wonderful.
But Osimhen in a reinforced Arsenal team will
I think it would.
Bang.
Yeah, I think it would bang. Actually. With what they have on ground. Now, okay, you people are not ending this Osimhen gist. BT616 says
I knew it was something. I knew it.
Osimhen may end up accepting 62k minimum wage to sign with Arsenal. I swear, I have no words for you people.
Now we need deliverance for Osimhen now.
No, it's not possible. The devil is a liar. You people.
Okay. You're still listening and watching Boom Radio NG. It's the Boom Bar, Oladolukbo and Shola Rogers holding it down. Please help us grow our community. Subscribe, like, comment, share. And we love the community we have already.
It's wonderful. You guys are the best, I swear.
They're amazingly intelligent but very wicked people.
Very wicked. Now, moving on from that, the federal government is promised to...
Wait, where's Chief Owodikoko? I'm asking now, before you say nobody asked after him.
Federal government promised to end open defecation by 2025. They're talking about a lot of things due to the cholera situation. And I think that it's a lot. I saw a video yesterday where in Lagos State, there was a bit of... going around a lot, a few Lagos government officials, environmental officials, inspection and all that. However, there was a particular house where they saw that what we call soccer with the septic tank was barely 2 meters away from the pumping machine.
That's the water that
borehole,
they drink.
Yes, that the landlord even sells to people.
Yeah, imagine. That's not the only problem. Another thing that there's a trend that is going on in Lagos, and I don't know if it's going on in other parts of Lagos, where homeowners, house owners, they kind of channel their wastewater, not the normal bathroom or kitchen wastewater. I'm talking about water from the septic tank into the gutters. Some of them have built some special pumping machines for that purpose, and you just find that they will regularly pump those things into the gutter.
See,
Or because they don't want to.
Nigerians can be very
get
disgusting
people to come and
at
evacuate
times. Yes, it's just disgusting.
Tanks.
We need to stop some behavior. This
and again,
this is gutter behavior.
A lot of the water that people drink in Lagos, your water, the pipe, actually passes through the gutters.
Yeah.
Look around you,
like
you
I
see
said,
it.
It's gutter behavior.
And they are now pumping.
Let's stop behaving
pumping.
like let's start behaving like.
So that's one
beings.
aspect of defecation that they are not talking about.
Yeah, that's it.
But the one that is very popular is to see those grown people, usually men, in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, usually men.
And if you doubt me, if you're driving around the Berger axis from Long Bridge all the way to Otedola Bridge, you would find them during the day between the medians.
You know the worst part? They will even be staring at you. You're the one that will be embarrassed on their behalf.
It's shameful.
It's ridiculous. Let's stop behaving like...
It's disgusting.
Like I said, again, gutter behavior.
Especially that Kara axis, that Kara market, all the way to the Kara Bridge. Then after it too. And so when they just finished constructing the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, I saw the government waste money. Yes. They were wasting money to concretize the median.
They literally just made a bowl.
And I'm like, okay, where's the sense in this?
A concrete
and
bowl.
That's where those guys just cack now. You see that?
Yeah, they do. And then water now also, and then there's waste there. And I'm like, what sense did this?
People are dumping trash there.
Whoever thought this was a smart idea?
Probably should have just made a green patch where people could plant stuff.
Plant
and maybe
stuff
some of those defecations will serve
it probably
manure.
would. At least it will not be an eyesore. It's really honest. It will not be an eyesore.
Whatever the government wants to do, it goes beyond building toilets alone. I think it has to go with the mind.
Then a lot of orientation.
Orientation. And they have to arrest a lot of people. They have to.
Yes.
I hope there's a law against it. There should be.
Yeah.
There should be. If there's none, they should pass a law so that maybe that would deter the stubborn ones. But the ones that need some kind of orientation, let us orientate them.
That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't.
Anyway, Peterman says you have to mandate all restaurants, shops, petrol stations, and private businesses to have a walk-in toilet that comes with redesigning building codes. Peterman says, how can a face me, I face you with 18 rooms have only one toilet Shalanga? You had to say Shalanga.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. We mentioned this last week, right? I think this is a solution. This is a major solution.
They need to start going to houses.
Again, you know, it's not as if there's free land where government can go now to say they want to build public toilets. But if they actually follow this approach,
yes.
And trust me, one of the biggest mistakes that I see businesses make in Nigeria, even restaurants and some hotels, is that they don't maintain those toilets very well. And the worst set that you can ever see, you know, have you ever been so pressed that you're at a filling station?
Sure.
And they tell you, oh, you should go to there. And when you get there, everything goes.
Okay.
Everything goes. Filling stations.
There is a comment.
No,
Very interesting one.
Yes, let's hear it.
Peter Man says, I fell into a shalaga when I was 10 in Abeokuta. Why do you think I hate Ogun State? It's personal.
Oh my God.
Now I get
Sorry,
it.
I'm not laughing.
I'm laughing.
All the Ogun State people, BT616.
You put it to apologize.
Where's Aboki? Oh yeah. Oh, you guys did our brother bad.
You did our brother bad.
Uncle, sorry.
So sorry.
So
sorry.
sorry.
Bukala Bedibi says Wole should come back home.
Yes, we were advocating for it last. We actually need all those things.
We need those things. However, you know, that also helps with a lot of employment.
Again, I hope they'll be properly trained. Mm-hmm. And I hope that mentality of getting a government job so you can fleece people will not be predominantly,
exactly.
you know, what they get to carry out. Once again, happy birthday to my elder sister, Tony Olukole. That's the second time. Because if I say it the third time and she doesn't appear on this thing,
okay.
I'm even going to her house. Today is Friday.
Okay.
TGIF.
All right. Moving on. Okay, BT616 says, should Wole be the job of local or state government?
Local government.
It should be the job of local government. However, since local government is not existent, the people that killed them should take up the job.
Yeah.
I think it's just basic.
That's job creation.
Yes, it is.
That's IGR. Because there will be places where they're going to sanction people anyway.
People now.
And all of that.
Oh, yeah, plenty places. Take, for example, look at the, what's it called now? The sewage system in all those Lagos Island houses. Imagine.
Don't even go to Lagos Island. Don't even start today. But there's nobody to defend the island here, so it's okay. But it's actually a very sad thing, and I really hope that we can correct these things. And how you wonder why we decide to live in so much squalor. These things can be controlled if we want to. Then it comes back to bite us in the behind, and we now start shouting government. But half of the problems that we have, they are man-made. They are things that we can help ourselves. They're self-inflicted problems, you know.
Then even landlords, they need to arrest a lot of landlords.
That's why because Peterman was talking about building codes and everything.
In the name of wanting to get
to maximize
profits. You build all sorts of things all in the name of houses.
All sorts of contraptions.
You don't have proper sewage system.
You'll be surprised at how some rooms are built on top of septic tanks.
You don't even want to.
You'll be surprised.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I think that we need to. Okay. So BT616 says, Shola, in Yoruba culture, when a bird poop on your head from a tree, they say it's a good sign. Well, Peter was baptized with it. Isn't that better? Wow.
Water.
You people, you just had to rub.
You know, Peter Man is going to come back. He's coming back.
He's coming back, definitely. Oh my God. You just had to rub it in.
Let me tell you, when they said that thing, they said, I won't lie, there was a time we were all looking for. She bet no one come poop for our head like this, where we make money.
Can anybody attest to the fact that they actually made money after a bird pooped?
I beg you. All those cars that they are pooping on, they would have become. It would have become
G-Wagons. I beg. Now, still talking about Nigeria because there's still a lot of gist coming from me. Nigeria yesterday won the bid to become the host of the Africa Energy Bank. Basically, I think that at this point, the Federal Capital Territory is going to become what it really should be. Now, remember that there is also supposed to be, there's another bank that should that's supposed to be in Abuja as well.
Afrexim are going to put something there.
Yeah, and now there's
the proposal for the African Central Bank.
African Central Bank, yes, is in Abuja as well. That's what I wanted to say.
Have they agreed?
Yes, I think is in Abuja as well. Now the Africa Energy Bank. Now what they're saying, what the African countries are saying is that because a lot of European countries are claiming that they're going off fossil fuels and all that, they're saying that they're not there yet. So they want to have their own bank that will now fund their own projects because European countries do not want to fund these projects anymore.
Yes, of course.
I think that's a very, very proactive.
It's the way it should be. Every time, you know how painful it is every time Africans and Africa has to go cap in hand. And you look at, wait, where are they getting the resources from? The raw materials, Africa. Then you're still the one that's still going to beg.
There's a reply for you.
Okay.
Peter Bass says, it's a lie, Shola. I was dumped by my then GSS1 girlfriend, Ibukun, after the Shalaga incident. That is really hurtful. Oh my God. After that, you don't suffer heartbreak. Oh my God.
Ibukun, well, we forgive you.
We forgive you.
We forgive you.
That is such.
That's like double.
Wow, sorry.
Wahala.
So sorry.
But why are you laughing at someone's?
I'm just saying.
You're not a nice person.
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm so sorry.
But Ibukun here too, Buru, she's so mean.
You know, like.
I hope
it wasn't a permanent smell now. Why are you not?
I hope you didn't take her back when she came back to beg you, because I know she will come back.
You know.
They always do.
Wow, no, they don't.
They always do.
They don't always.
Are you them?
Oh my God. BT616 says, how did Ibuku blessing turn to sad story?
Oh my God, this is creative. Ibukun, that's her name.
Oh my God.
Sorry, for the people who don't understand Yoruba, so Ibukun means more or less blessing in English. But she's the one that now... Was she the one that pushed him in? Or
no,
she dumped him after he got dumped into the...
Oh my God, double dumping.
Yeah, that's sad.
Double dip.
I understand your anger with the entire Ogun State. And it's valid.
Very valid. Anyway, Nigeria is trying to get it. They're going to situate the Africa Energy Bank. So they want to bid with likes of South Africa, Ghana, all those people wanted it there.
Yeah, Algeria and Ghana. Okay,
Bukola Medubi says, Ibuku Oshedada.
She didn't do it well. We have translated for our non-Yoruba speaking audience. So the thing about it that I'm really happy about is that, one, bragging rights. Like, a lot of people have been saying Nigeria is this and that people are leaving. Guess what? It's not as bad as you paint it, because this is a bank that's going to be there for more or less ever.
Yeah, it's supposed to help Nigeria's IGR.
Two, there's no way all those funds are coming into that bank that it won't rub off locally. There's no way.
Also, there's a lot of
staff
employment
coming from different parts of the world to work there. So, and the funny thing is that if you've been to Abuja, as much as there's a lot of development going on, there are too many empty houses in Abuja.
Yeah.
Too many. Someone was telling me that it's some form of savings for some people that they use.
They just use those buildings. However, I remember that the minister, some wiki is going back to and saying that anybody's houses that if you don't develop your land or all those things are going to be taken back from you. Okay. BT616 says, do you guys have faith in the new economic council with Tony Elumelu and Dangote? 2 trillion to infuse into the economy. Yes, they announced that they're targeting agriculture and power generation.
Is the way to go.
I honestly think that one of the major, if you look at economies around the world, how they're thriving a lot is the private sector.
Yeah.
If we run a lot of government agencies and all the way, because at the end of the day, private sector is looking for profit. So there's less lackadaisical behavior and all that with private sector. It's profit. I think that especially with people that have excelled a lot, it is not a bad idea. Like you had said, agriculture and power generation, I think that if we can get our power right, Nigeria has enough to feed the whole world if it's possible. So if we can focus on that, I think that we're good.
Yeah, the agricultural value chain is so massive, it's so immense. So if you have this kind of eggheads and this, money bags coming into it for the purpose of business and to turn things around, it's going to be a win-win for us because, again, power generation and distribution, power generation, transmission, and distribution has always been our problem. But now that thing has been unbundled and that now you can sell power to clusters of places and people.
I know about I think 6 companies got, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, got licenses for distribution. Power distribution.
And again, I hope that they're not just going to keep going back to this Genco style of power generation. Look at the madness that's going on in China with the solar panels that they're installing. China's solar capacity is mad. Let's look at those kind of things, So again, it's an entire value chain from the companies that will be manufacturing the solar panels locally. The batteries, of course, Nigeria has a lot of lithium and we're talking about.
Even if we're not exporting yet, at least if you can cater to the local market.
The best thing that Nigeria did was to turn down the deal to export the raw form of lithium, and that we're actually going to be processing it locally. There's already one factory that started. There's another one coming on stream. So 21 trillion in those 2 sectors is massive. It will turn things around because the biggest problem we've always had is the liquidity, the lack of funds. So whatever ideas or proposals or businesses you want to do, there's no funding for it.
Exactly.
But now when there's an injection of funds from the private sector majorly, it will help. As against when government was just throwing money at every problem. And that's why we're now suffering that era where, that era we all enjoyed it because there was a lot of money in the system.
There was a lot of money, but it wasn't really...
But it wasn't the real situation of Nigeria's economy.
Exactly. Talking about energy, NNPCL commissioned 12 CNG stations in Lagos and Abuja. Then they're saying that they're a lot more. They're hoping to build about 120 as NNPC themselves. That's minus every other power company.
Yeah, I know NIPCO is working on a couple of them.
Build some. They're saying that at the moment, CNG is about 40% cheaper than petrol.
Yes, and it's also cleaner energy. It's cleaner than the PMS.
Yes, it is.
So, but the real issue with CNG is the conversion kit. The real issue is that the conversion kits are on the high side. We actually converted one of our generators, but it's LPG that we're using, not even CNG. We need to go and look for how to start using CNG on that thing now. But that means you have to get the entire hardware again, which is the cylinder and all of that. So it's the conversion kit that's the problem. And the facilities, the places where you can actually get your cars,
they need to subsidize those things and make it
and
easy
your
for
generators
people.
Converted. Again, that would lead to some kind of capital flight if all those things are imported. So at the end of the day, I hope it's not going to be some kind of rob Peter to pay Paul situation. So they should be concentrating. I know there's a committee
on how to do those things locally.
How we can actually manufacture or assemble the conversion kits. Install, of course, installation will be locally, but empower more people to install. Do direct deals with blocks like the NURTW, RTEN, the Nigerian military, all the police forces. If you start from those bulks, the demand for PMS will drop.
Even the MDAs, everybody. Yes, I totally agree with you. Now, moving on from that, let's do a bit of court news before we go. The court case that happened in Rivers yesterday, where it was asked to before we go on, Peterman has a statement. He said, why can Nigeria car makers make smaller and more affordable cars instead of trying to compete for the rich to upper middle class? A small 2 to 4 door car is what we need in Nigeria. I totally agree with you.
Mostly.
Yes.
Also knowing that our roads are not even that big in the first place. So even smaller cars will make it easier to get around.
And then it's easier for people to purchase new cars.
Entry points will
be
lower.
Imagine these cars now coming with CNG.
So I totally agree. I buy into that, your concept of smaller cars and everything.
It's something that...
It's the way to go.
This
and it should be 2 extremes. Smaller cars for individuals and small families. Then mass transportation, all those big buses, all should get on CNG and like electricity powered buses that Lagos has
Yeah, I know Lagos
for
has
over a year now.
electricity bus powered buses. Ogun State actually has CNG powered buses.
Yeah, we see them.
We actually do see them. So
I
it's
know
not all
Peter
doom and
doesn't
gloom.
want to hear that.
It's
so
not all
yeah,
doom and
they
gloom
do.
for Ogun State.
And recently we saw a video of an EV that was assembled in Ikorodu. But that one is like high-end, top level. But again, if you can assemble that expensive one, can we also, do some kind of
smaller ones
a smaller one
as well?
I agree with you.
So now, the Rivers Assembly, the one that is loyal to the governor, are saying that they're going to the Supreme Court to counter that judgment. Peterman says the 2025 edition of small cars are now doing 45-55 miles per gallon. That's an improvement from the 27 to 32.
Wow.
That's good. That is actually
it will only just get better. That's what it is.
Yes, it would definitely would get better. Now, like I said, it's obvious that the governor and his people are not taking this judgment sitting down. I hope that they're hoping, because the minute there's a Supreme Court judgment that does not go in their favor, sadly, these people can only maybe be suspended. They cannot be impeached. They will just be floor members. Whatever happens, it's the governor that is not looking good for.
Yeah, because what it means is that if eventually the guys who were restored yesterday by the court, by the appeal court, right, are now put back in place, everything that was done without them becomes null and void.
Null and void.
They got an attorney general without them. They got commissioners without them. And the constitution actually requires that they must have, that endorsement from the House of Assembly. Rivers drama is not about to go anywhere.
It's not going anywhere anytime soon. Definitely. Talking about courts as well. Bayero's lawyers, that's the 15th Emir of Kano, have now withdrawn legal representation.
I think you have a comment before you move on. I saw something.
Oh, okay. So BT616 says, Dolupo, just say it. Once the Supreme Court retains the lawmakers, now impeachment remain.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I actually do think so.
Yeah.
I think that it's
scary,
not looking good for Governor Fubara. This one, especially, it is the appeal court. Most of the time, anything happens in the Supreme Court, but the fact that what was bounced is saying that the case shouldn't have even gone to the state high court in the first place. So maybe it could actually go two ways. The Supreme Court can decide on the case, or they can even take it back and say they should go back to the appropriate court, send it back there. But like I said yesterday, it's not looking good for Governor Fubara. Whoever gave him this idea, I don't know, Sha. I don't know. We'll definitely follow on this matter. Like I said, Bayero's lawyers have now withdrawn the legal representation from him.
Well, do we have the details of why they did
now,
that?
According to them, they're saying that their applications by the court were declined, and then after that, they withdrew their service.
Okay, well, that doesn't mean anything. If that's the reason why they withdrew their services. So
he could just get fresh lawyers.
He can always get lawyers, Lawyers plenty. I was about to say a diamond doesn't, but I didn't want to say that. So lawyers plenty. There are plenty lawyers. SAN say plenty. Gone. So... But I think that they're still going to dig this thing out.
Okay, we'll definitely will see where that goes to. Quickly, also, just want to put it out that Lagos governor is asking the CAC, that's the Corporate Affairs Commission, to simplify registration for startups as deadlines for POS operators draw closer. Remember that is a conversation that will all be here when people will now start complaining. Anyway, the UK has a new Prime Minister.
Keir.
Oh God. Anyways, the Iranians have they're today voting in the runoff presidential election as well. Remember that their president died, so there's a runoff election between two candidates. There were about 6 of them, but 2 of them were really close. So there's a runoff election today. Also, Venezuelan campaign election starts also, even though there have been a few things. However, Hurricane Beryl is moving
Yeah.
to Mexico. It is not looking good for the Americas at the moment. Now, quickly before we go, can we do? Yes, we could do a bit. Super Falcons is losing one of their players to injuries for the Paris 2024, the person of Halimat Ayinde.
We're going to miss her. We're going to miss her a lot because she plugs into that middle and she really does it well. And I hope that they have a good replacement for her.
Now, UEFA is handing out bans left, right, and center. First, it was Turkey, then it was England. They ended 2-game ban to Turkey's Demiral for his salute after her goal that he scored. Also, Bellingham has also been ended a suspended 1-game ban and fined 30,000 euros.
Yeah, he made a very funny gesture. I'll say funny until you see it by yourself.
Okay, Bukola Medubi says election day and election day. Stress-free, Abby.
Yeah, UK people, now we're done.
Yeah, there was really not that much stress. However, also talking about football, Liverpool star Mohamed Salah has now also declined joining his country for the Olympic Games in Paris as well.
Why? It would have been nice to have him there.
It would have been nice, but he said he's not going to be there. Finally, the Lord helped Argentina and Messi.
Oriyomi.
It was serious Oriyomi.
But, Dibu, my guy, Emiliano Martinez, is
over and over again.
Is a penalty expert.
No, it's
just give it to him. Give it to him. And, but shockingly, Lionel Messi, he was trying to do a Panenka, and it didn't go in. But Martinez came to spare their blushes.
Definitely, that was...
Did a great job saving 2 penalties. They didn't even have to play the last one, Where we always forget the guys who actually scored theirs, because the goalkeeper shone like a million stars.
Definitely was this the save. Also, just want to put it out there that Copa America, they're doing a very interesting thing, as with the quarterfinals and semifinals, there are no extra time. Once you're done with your 90 minutes game, straight to penalties. They ain't wasting time. They're not interested in time wasting at all. And on that note, that is all we have to take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the comments. We'll be back again on Monday with another wonderful edition of the Boomba. Please like, subscribe, follow, put a comment there. Y'all are like the absolute best.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful
and
weekend.
Listen to boomradiong.com.
All
plenty
right.
music.
Plenty.